Hey guys, welcome back. It's Saturday, and that means it's time to talk about products. And the first one I want to show you is the Biore Blemish Fighting Ice Cleanser. Cools and clears, clinically proven to remove over 99% of dirt and oil, salicylic acid, acne treatment, oil-free, complexion clearing, it says. Looks like this. It is also an Allure Beauty Expert Editor's Choice Award winner from 2009, so that's always interesting to know as well. This was from a fairly recent Allure beauty box, and you guys know that I don't have a problem with acne specifically, so I really can't tell you how well this works on acne. It says that it cools and clears. It's the blemish fighting ice cleanser. I don't really get a cooling sensation from it. It's kind of what I thought it would do. I don't really get that, but some of you might. I just don't. I've had, like cold cream cleansers and even moisturizers in the past that gave me a lot more of a cooling sensation, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's a really good cleanser. I mean, it cleansed my face really well. It lathered up nicely the way I like it. It does have salicylic acid in it, so for those of you that know that salicylic acid works really well for you for acne, then you probably will really like this. The only thing that was odd to me, it's not a bad thing because I didn't dislike it, but it has the strangest fragrance to it. It's like, I can't even place it. It's kind of a fruity scent. It almost reminds me of like a really generic synthetic grape fragrance, like from a really generic brand of soda, sort of, but I don't know. So it's kind of this fruity scent, but it is like a synthetic fruity scent, but it isn't so synthetic that I just can't stand it. So I don't dislike it, but I can't really, describe it. It is odd, and it did get my attention, and so there's that. I really don't know what else I could say about it. Like I said, I didn't dislike it, but the whole time I'm thinking, that is the strangest fragrance. It was a very perplexing fragrance. So, cleans really nice, lathers nicely. It's kind of a clear, it's just kind of like a clear product, almost like a clear liquid soap would be, sort of that type of consistency, but lathers really nicely, feels really good going on. And I enjoyed using it this week. If you watched my empties video recently, you saw that I finished up a hand cream, and it's the hand cream that I keep in my bathroom next to the sink, so after I wash my hands when I'm in the bathroom, I put a little bit on. So I finished one up, so I pulled out the Winter Wonderland hand cream. This is the Ulta hand cream. This is one of the ones that they usually do at Christmas time when they do the 5 for 5 sale right at the front of the store. And this was one of the ones that they did. I don't think this was last Christmas. I think it was the Christmas before. It has kind of a fruity scent to it as well. It's kind of a week for fruity things. And it's another synthetic fruity scent. Different from that one. It is, I can't really place what kind of fruit I would even describe it as. It's not one of the favorite ones that I've ever tried from them. And I will say that the fragrance wears away very quickly too. But Christmas will be coming around before we know it. They like to start selling this stuff at the end of August these days, so you will be seeing these sooner rather than later. They do make good stocking stuffers. When you do the 5 for 5, it's an affordable way. You get a lot of product. This is 3 ounces, so that's quite a bit of product. It's not a product that I would ever use as my, holy grail, always go to, need to stock up every single year type of hand cream, but it does make a cute little stocking stuffer. And I know that there's a snowman on there, but that kind of stuff I don't get too anal about. It's in my personal bathroom and nobody's going to see it but me, so it's fine. Anyway, they're fun for what they're used for. It's not something that I feel like I have to stock up and, oh my gosh, when Christmas comes around I need to get some backups, that kind of thing. But cute stocking stuffer, if you need affordable stocking stuffers, and a lot of them, it is something I would repurchase again for that purpose. So next is the Stila Glamorized Mascara. Looks like this. The packaging, I'm not a fan of the packaging, honestly. It's very, Just feels very cheapy, plasticky, blah, boring, you know, whatever, but that's okay. Just when I have an expensive mascara, I expect the packaging to be nicer than this, but that's neither here nor there. I really actually am enjoying the mascara a lot. Now, of course, it's a bristle brush, so you guys know that that's already going to be better for me. You guys know that I don't like the plastic bristles mascara wands. So it is the bristle brush, and it really does, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it really does maximize all of the lashes that I have naturally. And it's in between a dry and a liquid formula. It leans a little bit to the dry side, so it does have the potential for clumping a little bit because of it, which is a downside for me, but it does coat the lashes all the way to the tip, which a lot of mascaras, you know, don't do, usually because of the type of brush. I really do feel like it does maximize what I have naturally, and I don't feel like I really have to work at it. I don't use multiple coats. I'm not a multiple coat girl anyway, but with this mascara, I don't even feel like I would need to consider it for any reason. I just really like it. And here I'll give you a close-up so you can kind of see my lashes better. So my lashes are thin because my hair is thin. You know, all of my hair from top to bottom is very baby fine. So my lashes are very thin, but they are very long. And you can see them plain as day with this. Okay, next is a product by Avon. It's the Ultra Glazewear Lip Gloss, and the color I have here is Mocha Latte, and it looks like this. Now, very interestingly, this is exactly what the packaging looked like when the glazewear line was very first introduced, except for the end was blue. At the time, that packaging, when you stuck the wand in, it globbed. It was so messy that people complained, and so they changed it to the round, updated tubing. Well, interestingly enough, in their attempts to modernize the line, instead of modernizing it, they went right back to the packaging that it really was, just changing the end to black. I don't know if they are aware of that or not, but I kind of thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, so they're back into the tubes. This particular color is like a shiny, shimmery, kind of tan shade, sort of a brown color. Don't be afraid of browns. I'm wearing it right now. It does have color, so when it goes on the lips, it will change your lip color. And you guys know that my natural lip color is very dark. It's actually almost as dark as this shirt, just a little less burgundy. But I have very dark lip color, and this color for me does tone down my natural lip color quite a lot, and it's a very natural color. People are very afraid of browns, but browns are like a very neutral shade. And you can see that, you know, here it's thicker, so if you want more color, you can put on a little thicker, but here I kind of sheared it out. So you can still see skin through it, but you get a lot of color. And this does have a lot of shine and sparkle to it. It's sparkle, not like glitter, but definitely sparkle. So I really like it. It gives a lot of shine. It's a great one to use as a plumper just in the center, you know, of the lip, if you want to make your lips look a little more plump and duck-like. I'm just an all-over girl. I put it on and go. Just really pretty. It'd be pretty over any colors, but it's pretty all by itself. And I'm wearing it all by itself, and I like it. Next is one of the Avon Naturals body sprays, the Refreshing Body Sprays. This scent I have here is Red Rose and Peach. I really like the Naturals line. This fragrance I don't like at all, and you guys already know why. It's because it's rose. And it's the kind of rose I don't like. So this scent is not for me. People who really enjoy rose-scented products, rose water, rose lip balms, whatever, will love this scent. It is not for me. And because of that, I'm very sparse when it comes to sprays. You know, body spray is meant for you to all over the body. Perfumes, people do that with perfumes, and I'm like, you are killing the people around you. You know, perfumes for me are like a half pump type thing that I put in my hair or whatever. I don't want to be offensive. I want people that are close to me to be able to smell it, but I do not need to have a cloud around me of fragrance like Pigpen that permeates a building before I even walk into the space. And because of that, with body mists, even though I know, or body sprays, even though I know you can really go kind of all over the place, even with body sprays, I'm kind of minimal. I might do a squirt in my hair, I might do a squirt here, but I don't do all over the place. I have been spraying this all over the place, I think really just because I want to use it up. So, I dislike it so much I'm using more of it than I normally would because I'm trying to get through it faster. So, I love the Naturals line. A lot of you would love this scent. It actually is not, it's a scent from a little while ago, so it would be harder for you to find it anyway. I have a couple bottles that I have had stashed up, and, you know, you might be able to find it on places like Amazon or eBay or wherever like that, but, they've had other rose fragrances that have come out since then. I think the red rose and peach is a weird combination. I mean, the rose is bad enough. I like the fragrance of, you know, the peach fragrance. I think they were trying to soften the rose with it, but for me, it just doesn't really work. Luckily, the rose scent, it's very strong when you first put it on. It's just like, oh gosh, it's rose. I don't like it. Luckily, when it dries down, the rose does dissipate very quickly. It either dissipates or I adapt to it fairly quickly. And later on in the day, really what you smell finally a little bit more of is the peach. Now, it's not a peach fragrance. You can kind of smell the peach. You know, my point is that the rose luckily dries down and dissipates very quickly. And so I'm not left with it being strong like that all day long, or I would go crazy with it. It would make me crazy. So, towards the end of the day, if I kind of smell it, I luckily will be able to smell a little more of the peach and a lot less of the rose, but it's still not strong peach. It is the kind of rose that I don't like, and so just not for me, but a lot of you would love it. Next is a product that I cannot stand. This is horrible. This is junk. This is the Lord & Mayfair Gentle Conditioner with henna and wheat protein. This I got on my trip to New York from the hotel. It was the little hotel bottles that you get. I just had it stashed away. I pulled it out because I showed you guys that I finished up the Pantene that I was using, and so I decided to use up another little bottle. This stuff is crap. It does nothing to condition your hair. When you put it in your hair, you can tell that you put it in there, but, I don't know. When you put a conditioner in your hair, when you're in the shower and your hair is wet, it changes the way your hair feels. This, you put it in, and you know that you just put product in, but it may as well just, you may as well just not put anything in there. Your hair doesn't feel any different, and dare I say, I actually think the Suave crap that I didn't like before is actually better than this. As much as I dislike Suave products, I would use that a million times over before I would ever use this again. It does nothing. Your hair is still tangly. I have been trying to like comb through my hair with it in my hair in the shower just to try to work some tangles out and things because it just does nothing. And it stinks. This is the stinkiest stuff. It's a very floral scent. It's like a very soap scent. Very old school soap scent. I dislike it a lot when people say things like, oh, it's a grandma fragrance or whatever, but seriously, I haven't smelled anything that smelled like this since the last time I smelled some old perfumes and soaps that were made in like 1942. This is a very dated fragrance. It's not a good fragrance. It's a very soapy fragrance. And it doesn't do anything. So, I don't really think that Lord & Mayfair can be bought, you know, on the market necessarily anywhere, but there might be other brands that are the same product with just a different label on it, first of all, that you might be using that are crap. There also is, you know, you can a lot of times find where people will sell these in bulk, like on eBay and, you know, Amazon and things like that. Like, they'll sell them by the crate type thing. Don't. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. This stuff is junk. And the last thing this week, is the Avon Skin So Soft Firm and Restore Age Defying Corrective Hand Treatment. And I know I have 2 hand creams this week, oddly enough, but you saw that I just got this not too long ago, and I hadn't used it yet. So this is one I will be carrying around in my purse with me, whereas this one is in my bathroom on the sink. This one will go in my purse for a while. This one is interesting. I mean, the scent is the normal Firm and Restore scent, so it's kind of a sweeter floral scent, sort of. I don't know how to describe the Firm and Restore. It's not a fragrance I'm really a fan of, and I wish they hadn't changed my neck and chest cream to this fragrance because I don't like it as much. And I also don't like that it's thicker. And this is it's a thick hand cream. This to me is like, if you've ever used a sunscreen that is made specifically for the face, like Neutrogena, makes one, where it's thick and it doesn't interfere with your makeup, but it doesn't soak into the skin. It kind of creates a barrier on your face, but you can still put makeup over it and that kind of thing because it's not greasy. This is exactly the same thing. It's thicker. It still kind of looks like a lotion when you squirt it out, but it is definitely a thicker cream. And I'll take my rings off. I don't know that it really feels moisturizing to me. Like, it doesn't soak into the skin, is what I mean. And so I feel like when I put it on, it doesn't necessarily moisturize my hands, but what it does do is it creates like this barrier that I can feel over the skin. It feels more like a protective barrier that kind of sits on the outside of the skin. It doesn't leave you feeling greasy or anything. In fact, it almost has like, it's not tacky or sticky, but it's close. You know what I mean? It gives a little bit of pull. Like there's a little resistance when I rub my hands like this. It's very hard to describe. And it almost feels the way, have you ever gone anywhere or walked for a really long time, like maybe you were walking like a 5K or something, and you're swinging your arms and you walk for a long time, and your hands kind of swell because you're swinging them like this, and so all of the fluids kind of go down into your hands. They kind of swell and they feel sort of numb. It almost replicates that feeling. It's the weirdest thing, but I don't dislike it. So, I don't know. I don't really have sunspots. I told you guys that before, so I don't really know that I'm going to be able to comment on how well it would treat sunspots and that kind of thing. And I sort of almost sometimes want to put a regular hand lotion that soaks in to the skin on first before I put this on, because if my hands are feeling exceptionally dry, like all the way to the inside type of dry, not just like a little dry patch, like I feel like my hands are parched and they're screaming for moisture, I almost feel like I would probably in that case put another lotion on first that absorbs into the skin easily, and then put this on over top of it as an additional protective layer. But so I don't know. I don't know what I think about this yet. I'm just gonna have to like keep using it and see if I can tell any kind of major difference in how my skin is, or something along those lines. I'm kind of wondering if that sort of swollen feeling isn't because there are maybe some plumping properties to it, where maybe if your hands are a little bit aged, and you kind of have, a little bit more crinkly skin, or maybe you've lost some of the, the fat padding that we have in here, and so the bones are a little more obvious. I kind of feel like I wonder if there aren't maybe some plumping properties that would maybe give your hands a little bit more of a youthful appearance while you're wearing this. I'm really not sure, but it's just the strangest thing. You guys know that I'm usually very able to describe a product, and so when I have a product like this that is I just don't really know for sure what to say about it, it really piques my interest. So the jury is still out with that one. We will see how it goes. I think probably like I said, I may consider using this alongside another moisturizer if my hands are really feeling parched. And just for kind of regular upkeep and care of my hands, then I would use it by itself. That's kind of how I feel about it right now. So, weird week this week, like weird products. I feel like it's like a weird product selection that I ended up with this week. I feel like I had some products that I don't know for sure what to say about them, and then I had some, you know, I don't normally have products that I really super dislike, and I kind of had two of them this week. I mean, one that I really dislike, and then one that just is not the right selection, not the right fragrance selection for me. But I don't know, weird, isn't it a weird week this time? So anyway, if you are new to my channel, then please click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos. They will always pop up in your subscription box when you log in during the day if I have a new video. And welcome to anybody who has subscribed recently, and let me know how your week went. Did you have anything exciting that happened this week, or did you try anything new this week, or are you just glad the sun is out this week? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!